Good afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday, and I showed you breakfast in my last video. I had a smoothie. It is a cleanse day, and I'm using this book here more or less as a guide when I do my cleanse days. So, if in case you're wondering where I'm getting, the information and what's guiding me through those days, this book and this doctor is what I'm following for that protocol on those days. So what I'm going to be doing is making this soup right here for my lunch. This is what's in there. And then here's the rest of the very, very simple ingredients and very simple instructions. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just picked this kale. I'm going to be using 5 cups of chopped kale. I'm going to be using all of these leeks, I think. I need 2 leeks, and I think that might be about 2 leeks. I've got, oh gosh, how many? 1 cup of coarsely chopped, 3 carrots coarsely chopped, which is what I did. 1 cup of celery coarsely chopped, which this might be a little bit more. A few bulbs of garlic. I've got a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. It said, now I've got 4 cups of water. I had turmeric in here before, that's why it's yellow. And then it wanted 2 cups of carrot juice, and I juiced carrots and I got like 1 cup, and so I just added another cup of this organic vegetable stock. So there's a little bit of salt in there because I didn't notice that it wasn't like a low sodium, but I had to use that because honestly it just was using so many of my carrots. And then I have a cup of cashews, raw cashews, which I'm soaking right now. Soften them up a bit, and then I'm going to be using a whole head of cut up cauliflower. So let me get started. Okay, I'm going to put everything in this pot here except for the cashews and the kale. The kale I'm going to steam separately in another pan. I'm beginning to think my pan is not big enough. I might have to change it up. And here goes the nutmeg. All right, so I'm going to bring that to over medium-high heat, I think for about 15 minutes or until the veggies are tender. Right, so I am cooking this kale until it's wilty and it's just about there because I'm going to be draining it and then stirring it into the soup in a few minutes. And this soup here looks like it's coming along wonderful. Now these aren't tender yet, but they're almost there. And I was kind of iffy on the nutmeg, a little while ago, but with the carrots, oh my goodness, it smells so good. All right, so I'm going to be taking 2/3 of this and putting it into, I'm going to be smoothing it in the blender with these cashews here. And then after I get 2/3 of it blended up, I'm going to return that to the pot, and then I add the kale. Okay, so I'm adding in the creamed mixture. So look at my soup now. It's a little chunky. It's got some veggies in there, but I'm mixing up the cashew veggie mix back into it, and it is a nice creamy soup. I mean that, and it smells amazing. My husband came in and just said that it was smelling so good. He was in his office working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the kale and mix this in. All right, and here it is. It's all going to get mixed in here, and I'm just going to serve a big bowl of this to myself for lunch. I might put a little pepper on top. What do you think about that? Oh my goodness, this looks so good. And I think I made a boo-boo. So remember to do this at the beginning. I'm supposed to use a no salt, 2 tablespoons of a no salt seasoning, I think, while I was cooking the soup. So I'm going to put it in now and hope for the best.
Alright everybody, I've got the box of groceries. I forgot to show you what was in it. Let me see, because I don't know. I haven't opened this yet. Alright, so I'm going to pull out everything. I've got my recipe here. Some things, sweet potato fries, Mediterranean sweet potato and lentil stew, and roasted pork tenderloin with apple Fuji sauce. So I don't know if I'm going to make that. I probably won't. I'll probably end up juicing everything. So, okay, they've got spring mix in here. They put this in here. Of course, I've got 2 sweet potatoes. Look how pretty they are. They put a thing of celery in here. I've got a couple of zucchini in here. Got something to do with all these. 2 oranges. I've got 3 of these golden apples in this box. And I've got 3 of these Fuji apples in a box. Oh, and 2 avocados. They look really good. Now, was that worth $18? I don't know about that. I think I definitely could have done better this time at the store. But I think the avocados is probably what drove the price up. So at least I've got more here. But next time, I don't know if I'm going to do the $18 box or not. I don't know. See you in a bit.
All right, so we made it to the track. So I got a couple of boys here with the ball. We're going to do some walking. I'm trying to get my steps up here. Anyway, so far I haven't had a lot of points. I still have to put the soup into the recipe builder, and the only thing that's really going to give me any calories are the cashews that I put into the soup. So that's when my points are going to come from today. All the other things I'm not counting as points. I'm drinking a lot of water, and what? Oh, I see. Oh, it's locked, Tim. Okay, so I'm doing okay. I still have plenty of energy to exercise and to move, and I'll probably have some more of that apple cereal oatmeal thing that I love so much. Then I use almond butter, and flaxseed meal, and that brings up my points real fast. Okay, so I took the kids to the dentist today, and they all got good reports. The dentist said there's no cavities, they're doing great. It was a real good testament to cutting back on sugars and feeding them well. But the littlest one, the 5-year-old, has got like some white spots on the upper portion of his front teeth, and she said, he has asthma too, not as bad as Isaiah does, but he has asthma, and she said that comes from him actually trying to breathe through his mouth a lot, which he does, and so I guess the oxygen or something, it just wears down on the teeth, and it does that, and it makes little white spots on the gums as well. So I'm going to be giving him his albuterol treatments a little more often, and then also, since he's got asthma, my husband and I were talking about it, and we said, it's probably not a bad idea to get him off of dairy as well. So I think we're just going to take all the kids off of dairy, but I'm really having a hard time trying to replace a cheese for them, because they don't nobody likes the vegan cheeses. I'm sorry, but they're just not they're just not cutting it for anybody. And Isaiah will have the Diet orange one sometimes, like in a breakfast sandwich. He'll eat it, but they can always tell the difference, and so far they're not used to it. So I'm just thinking maybe I can make them myself. I don't know. I think I'm going to be trying to make them myself out of nuts or something soon. But anyway, that's the big quandary. And then, so again, our diet evolves. Hang on. Hey everybody. Okay, I'm alone for a little while tonight, and so I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's about 6:45, but I still have a lot of energy, and I didn't get enough steps in earlier because the kids wanted to leave the track and they wanted to go play in the playground, so we did that. And then now I've only got I'm still under 12,000 steps, so I need to get some more in. And actually I have a lot of energy still, so I'm good on that. But the pot of soup that I made earlier, it's really funny because I didn't see the serving sizes until later, and after I read it, it said that whole pot that it made, that serves 4. So I should have had a quarter of the pot, and I'm that's a lot of soup. I think I had a tenth of that, so after putting it in my recipe builder, it should be 6 points if you're going to have a quarter of that soup, but I think I had a tenth, which would give me 2 points max, for my bowl. So anyway, I can have as much as I want, apparently, and that's really good. So I'm going to go take a run right now, and then I will see you in a bit. The moment you go outside on a fruit and veg day, and you smell somebody's cooking a steak. Okay, I'm back. That was an explosive workout. It was a really good workout, and I felt like I went farther than I normally go, and I just felt like I could have just kept on going, you know, but I don't know, it was enough time I needed to come in. But wow, the energy is like phenomenal, and it's weird that I have this kind of energy on the days that I seem to be eating the least amount of hardcore calories, like dense calories. But anyway, that's awesome. So I'll show you what I'm having for dinner. Pretty much what I had day before yesterday, which was the apple quote-unquote cereal that I make. It's all raw, and it's just apples and almond butter and flaxseed meal, cinnamon, and then I'm using some of this unsweetened almond milk in here. And I think I'm at 7 points because of the almond butter and the flaxseed meal. So I'm still not at a blue dot, and I'm thinking that when my hubby comes back home later, I'll probably have a half an avocado as guacamole and some jicama fries, and that will give me probably 5 more points, and I'll be in the blue dot range. Hi everybody, I am going to shut down the vlog here. I feel really great, had an awesome workout, and just doing real good, you know, but unfortunately I did not make it into the blue dot zone because I did not have enough points, which is really weird because on other days I don't seem to have a problem with that, but on these smoothie days, on these cleanse days, it's like my appetite shuts down, and I just cannot. As much as I want to get a blue dot, I'm not going to force feed myself. I really don't want anything right now. I have a lot of soup for the next couple days, but tomorrow is a regular food day. So, you know, then, and I like straggling it like this. I love, you know, doing the cleanse day one day, regular food another day, and then just doing, you know, off and on, because I'm not going to get sick of doing either one. I always look forward to coming back to my smoothie day, and on the smoothie day, I look forward to mixing it up a little bit, you know, the next day. Although the last time I did this, I found myself wanting the smoothie day to come sooner. So I thought that was very interesting. But anyway, if you'd like to do this, I think that everybody, if you haven't done smoothies in a while, I think you should try it. See how it makes you feel. Try some of the recipes that, you know, I put out there. The one that I had this morning was amazing, absolutely amazing. That's a good one to start with. But don't be afraid of the time, you know, to prep it. I honestly have to say that this is, I mean, I was on the road like a lot today, a lot with the kids, and making the smoothies and doing this is the shortest amount of time that I've ever prepped any food. And I mean, you just get it, sometimes you chop it up and you throw it all in the blender, add water and ice, and then put it in a mason jar or a smoothie, you know, cup, and then just take it with you. I think the only time that you really have to look at, you know, really putting in time is going to the store and getting the stuff. And if you're going to go shopping once a week anyway, might as well get the stuff, you know. So I am going to let you go for tonight, and love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.